Suho Kim, now Lloyd Frontera, continues his adventure right after his big revelation. The system has activated his relationship points, RP, a new concept for him. Curious, he notices a status window hovering over Javier, showing him with an approval rating of -30. A disastrously low number. Determined to improve the situation, Lloyd tries a direct approach and gives Javier a forced compliment. "I think you're very handsome." The result? A complete failure. Javier's approval rating drops to -31. Lloyd understands that trying to win favor through flattery won't work, and that he needs to approach things with more subtlety. Returning to the pub, Lloyd, with a businesslike air, presents the owner with a contract. The proposal is simple. Lloyd will build an annex with underfloor heating, and the construction costs will be deducted from the debt he owes for the damage caused. The innkeeper, however, is extremely suspicious. Lloyd's reputation is so bad that the owner builds an emotional stone wall around him, refusing to trust him. Desperate not to miss his first and only chance, Lloyd resorts to an unorthodox tactic. He uses his image as a hooligan to his advantage. With a threatening expression, he intimidates the owner, suggesting that they should trust each other because they will see each other often from now on. The intimidation tactic works. Trembling with fear, the innkeeper signs the contract. Even though the system labels him as absolute trash for this method, Lloyd is ecstatic. He's got his first order. Outside, Javier, who witnessed the entire scene, confronts Lloyd, accusing him of threatening an innocent man. Lloyd, however, turns his argument around with unexpected sharpness. He talks to Javier about cognitive distortion, the bias that makes you judge someone based on their past actions. Javier, a man of logic, retorts that his judgment is based on experience and statistics. But Lloyd has a ready retort. And aren't experience and statistics also from the past? Leaving Javier speechless, Lloyd solemnly promises, "I'll make them smile." The bartender and his mother, "I'll definitely make them smile." But in his mind, he adds with a greedy grin, "Because their smiles will be the foundation of my business." And so the construction begins. Lloyd, shovel in hand, gets to work. He digs up the ground, brings in wood from the Baron's warehouse, and erects the structure of a small outbuilding, using river clay to fill the walls. The work is hard, and Lloyd's weak, untrained body quickly gives out. After finishing the basic structure, he collapses from exhaustion. For him, it has been a grueling week of work, although to Javier, who watched from a distance, it seemed like it all happened quickly. The knight is amazed and confused. Where did the hooligan Lloyd Frontera learn to build? The next task is to chop wood for the fire. Again, Lloyd's frail body is not up to the task. After a few excruciating attempts, he is on the verge of collapse, but Javier intervenes, catching the axe before it slips out of his hands. Lloyd, taking advantage of the opportunity, asks for his help, specifying the exact dimensions he needs for the pieces of wood. In one fluid motion, Javier, the future master swordsman, cuts through the logs with astonishing precision, producing perfect planks. Lloyd is impressed. Who needs modern equipment when you have a master swordsman? Without wasting any time, he immediately recruits Javier for more work, much to the knight's exasperation, who regrets his decision to help him. But Lloyd skillfully manipulates him, piqued his curiosity. "You want to see how my scam ends, don't you? Then we have to finish it quickly." And how do we do that? By working together. With Javier's unexpected help, the construction is completed. A small but sturdy annex now stands next to the tavern, with a strange logo above the door, a stylized Korean script, which Lloyd calls his brand logo. Then comes the moment of truth. The fire is lit outside, and the heat is channeled under the stone floor of the new room. The innkeeper and his mother enter and are shocked. The floor is warm. The elderly woman lies down, feeling the warmth soothe her stiff bones. It is a divine sensation, almost magical to them. This is the power of the Ondal floor. Lloyd thinks proudly, seeing the pure joy on his mother's face. The innkeeper thanks Lloyd with tears in his eyes. Javier watches the scene, completely stunned. Lloyd kept his promise. He brought smiles to those people's faces. Not only has he changed his behavior, but he now uses his work to help others. It was unthinkable that Lloyd Frontera, the hooligan, would do such a thing, and yet it happened. A spark of respect lights up in Javier's eyes, and his approval rating increases by 2 points, reaching -29. Lloyd also receives a notification. He has earned 36 RP for improving his relationship with a key character. Success. Although he lost money on the materials, he has gained something much more valuable, a functional model house. A few days later, his plan pays off. A long line of villagers has formed in front of the annex, all eager to experience the wonder of underfloor heating. Lloyd, now an enthusiastic salesman, is ready to take orders, offering 2 packages, style, an annex in the yard, and style be a remodel of the existing house. His business is about to explode, but just as he prepares to convince a skeptical client, an authoritative voice is heard behind him. Lloyd, what do you think you're doing? His father, Baron Arcos Frontera, has arrived, and his approval rating for Lloyd is a freezing -20. The chapter ends with Lloyd caught red-handed by his father, just when success seemed just a step away.